Hi everyone, welcome to Rika's podcast. I hope you're doing well in spite of the scorching summer heat. 皆さん今日も Rika's podcast へお越しいただきありがとうございます。8月ももう終わろうとしていますが、まだまだ残暑が続きそうですよね。It's already the end of August and it looks like we'll have to put up with the heat for a little longer.It's too risky going out in this heat, so we'd better stay inside with the AC on. And that's exactly what I've been doing these days. And you know what? I've finally finished watching Breaking Bad. I kind of binge watched it till the end, and I really loved it. And I'm glad I watched it.So now I'm on the lookout for other dramas that can keep my mind off things. So if you have any recommendations, please do let me know. ブレイキングバッドを最終回までやっと見終わりました。すごい楽しかったですね。最初は男臭いドラマだなと思ってとっつきにくかったんですけれども、ぐいぐいとね引き込まれていきました。またちょっとねこういう状態なので現実逃避できるようなドラマを探してます。何かおすすめがあれば教えてください。さて今日は人気の生徒さんとのポッドキャストシリーズです。This is another episode with a student of mine, Tetsuya, and I have invited him to talk on my show today.He's been studying in my class for about 2.5 years now. もう2年半くらいね、私のクラスに在籍していただいている哲也さんです。英語学習の方法やこれからの目標などについてお話ししましたので、ぜひ聞いてください。I hope our talk can be informative for English learners out there. Here we go.哲也さん。
Hi,
Are you there? Okay, great. Thank you so much for coming to my podcast today. I've been wanting to talk to you outside the class for a very long time, so I'm very happy that you were able to make some time for me. So thank you. Okay, great. So can you tell the listeners a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so my name is Tetsuya Tsuno.And I has become 35 years old this month. And I work for a company that develops and manufactures electronic products. And I like eating sweets, but at the same time, I'm a health nut. And I sometimes play the piano. That's all.Oh,
okay.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that you had your birthday this month.
Yeah, this month. Yeah,
Oh,
5th.
Really? Okay,
August
5th of August. Oh, really? Okay. Wow, happy birthday. Happy belated happy birthday. Yes. Wow, okay. So you're 35. That was a very good information. I didn't know how old you were. I knew you were somewhere in the 30s, but yeah.
Too old. Yeah.
Okay, so you are the Mr. Health Nut in my class.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, health nut is like a cool word, but you love sweets at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah. So how do you do that? Being a health nut and also have a sweet tooth at the same time.
Because basically I want to eat sweets, but at the same time I want to maintain my health. So I eat healthy food, but also sweets as well.
From time to time, do you try to cut down on sweets at the same time?
Yes.
Yeah. In order to have sweets, you have to be healthy, right?
That's right. Yeah.
That sounds very difficult. Yeah, but I'm sure that you're doing very well on that.
Yes. Maybe, yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you. Well, we're just gonna start talking about whatever. But first of all, you used to come to my lessons at home, like in Nobeoka, like face-to-face lesson, offline lessons, but now you take online lessons. So when you were here in Nobeoka City, you found my class and then you used to come here. And then how long has it been? How long have you been in my class now?
From 2019 January,
Wow.
so maybe two and a half
2.5 years or so.
year.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I still remember when you came in here for like a trial lesson and then we
Yes,
talked.
I can remember. Yes.
Yeah, like yesterday.
Yes,
Yeah, I remember that I was very surprised to see you here because like you were raised and you were born and raised in Tokyo, but you got
Yeah.
transferred, over here, like in the
Yeah.
countryside.
Yes. My environment was totally changed.
Yeah. So
But I
you
like,
were.
I like Nobeoka.
Do you miss it here?
Miss
Here, Miss
sometime.
Nobeoka? Sometimes.
Sometime.
Yeah. You were doing a little bit of kind of like you were going to the beach or adventure, a little bit of adventure here and there when you
Yes.
were here in Nobeoka.
When I was in Nobeoka, I went some places with my colleagues, like maybe どこだっけUmagase
Umagase, the beach side.
Oita's circuit.
Yeah,
all
okay.
it,
Right.
watch the race.
Yeah, I remember you were telling me about like going and then trying different kinds of seafood or oysters.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. So I enjoyed it. Life in Nobeoka.
Yeah, even for a little bit, I think you enjoyed it. And then now you're back in Tokyo, so
Yes.
and taking my online lesson. What's it like? What do you see? Like the differences, or which do you prefer, online, offline, or what do you think about those lessons?
I like both classes, but I found there are 3 advantages for online class. And first, I don't have to commute.
Right.
When I was in Nobeoka, I had to commute on foot or by bicycle. So it's a bit burdensome because I didn't have a car.
Right.
And it was a bit burdensome for me. So it's good for me.
That's a big advantage. Yeah, that's a big advantage, especially if you don't have a car here. Yes, it's been very difficult.
Yes. And the second advantage is I can prepare for a next class for online class. Yes, and when I was in Nobeoka, I go to your class and first see the articles, today's article.
Yeah.
But now you can you give us a topic to talk about and an article in advance, so I can prepare for it.
That's true.
Yes, and it's very important for me to prepare because during preparation process, I can come up with, for example, a new word that I don't usually use, so I can enhance my vocabulary.
Yeah.
So I like it as well. Yes, and the final advantage is students can come from various parts in Japan. Now maybe it's Nobeoka, Miyazaki City, Fukuoka, and Tokyo.
Yeah.
So I think it gives diversity to our class.
Right. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah,
So
thank you.
I like online class. Yeah.
Yeah, I can totally understand your point about the advantages to online lessons. Well, no commute, that's for sure. I think it was kind of difficult. I remember sometimes you had to come here walking in the rain, heavy rain.
Yes.
That's good memory though. And so that was like the face-to-face class here was a little bit more like once like a tanpatsu lesson. So we didn't really have time to prepare. I think the students didn't get to prepare, so it was more like on the spot thing. So so that was more challenging for sure, I think. But I think as you said, like if you prepare, I think you will be able to kind of come up with different phrases and vocabulary, then we can be totally ready to take the lesson. So that's another good side of it.
Yes.
Yeah, and also about the third point about like people can come and take lessons from anywhere in Japan or even in the world when it comes to Zoom lessons. So it was actually not my intention to switch to online classes because I had to because of the pandemic and everything. But it turned out to be very well. When it comes to English lessons, because now we have totally different students, new students from other prefectures, and then that's been quite exciting. And then even though you went back to Tokyo, you can still take my lessons. So that's very nice. For sure. Yeah. なんか延岡にいた時ってなぜか男性が多かったですよね。
多かったですよ。ほとんど男性でしたね。
ほとんど男性。mostly men でしたよね。now mostly women ですよね。so, that's also a nice change, I guess. まあね、面白いですよね。その、different people from different places, different occupations. So, and especially because this is more like an advanced class, so we'll do a lot of discussion. So, you get to listen to different opinions, of the classmates. So that's also fun as well.
Yes.
Okay. So, do you use English at work?
At work, yes. As for business, I read English almost every day, but I make an English conversation just 2 or 3 times a year now. But however, I used to use English a lot about 7 years ago because I had my client in the United States.
Okay.
But now it's just almost reading.
I see. Yes, okay. So not as much as you used to before, but you did use a lot of English before.
Yes.
I see. Okay, so you take my lessons once a week and then you read emails and you read some English at work. But how do you study English on a regular, like a daily basis, or how do you do that?
Yes. Aside from Rika-san's lesson, I use a smartphone app named ABC.
Okay.
Yes, we can study TOEIC with this app. So I study TOEIC part 2, 3, and 4 almost every day.
Almost every day.
Yeah, and the good point of this application is it gathers educational materials from paper books that we can buy in a bookstore.
Okay.
So you can try different materials every day, even if you use it almost every day.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I've heard of this app and I've never used it, but I'm not really sure how to say it. ABC or Abseed or I don't know how to actually pronounce it.
I'm not sure.
Okay. But I think that's one of the most popular ones, especially for people studying for TOEIC.
Yes, it costs 1,200 yen per month.
Okay.
But I think it's worth
it.
subscribing.
Yeah. I mean, like if you do it every day, I think it's totally worth it.
Yes.
Some people just download and then never do it. So that's going to be a waste of money. But how long do you do it every day for?
Maybe for どれくらいだろうな 1 and half a year.
Half a year?
Continue studying.
Okay. But like on a daily, a day? How long do you use it per day?
It's just 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
A day.
That's very precise.
Yes.
Not 10 minutes, but 12 minutes. Okay.
Sorry, I mistake.
Uh-huh.
20 minutes. 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Yeah. That's a good amount of time to do it on a daily basis. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's so much easier to have it on your phone, so you could do it anytime or any day. That if you have spare time, right? Yeah. Yeah. There are like so many studying app online, so it's kind of difficult to choose which one fits you the best. So
I tried some, but if I repeat it many times, I come across the same topic that I have studied before.
Right. Okay.
So it doesn't happen with ABC.
Okay. So more various, kind of articles that they have. Okay, I have to check that out then. Cool. Okay. I think that some of my students in class were wondering, like, you're like when it comes to grammar, especially, you have a very good grammar level.
Thank you very much.
I think.
I don't think so, but thank you.
You're being modest, I think, but yeah. And then いつもなんかこうきっちりとしたしっかりとした文章、まあ日本語も英語もなんですけど、we have this impression that you have this really concrete, perfect sentences. But do you do anything to improve your grammar or sentence structure?
No, I think the most important thing is just paying attention to grammar. And maybe we might have learned English grammar in a junior high school.
Right.
There are 5 types of grammar, like SV, SVO, SVC, and SVOC. And I think these are the basics of grammar. And especially I pay attention to S and V. And if I can put S and V, the remaining part is easy.
Okay.
So putting S and V correctly is important for.
I think that's a very simple thing, but sometimes we forget about that, and then just stick to the basic, and then afterwards you'll be okay. I guess.
I think the reason why Japanese people have difficulty with making English grammar is the English grammatical structure is totally different from Japanese and English. So in order to solve this problem, we should think in English. And I mean, put S and V first.
Yeah, that's very true.
I think so.
Yeah, it's totally the opposite in a way. And then not always we have subjects when you speak in Japanese. So we sometimes tend to forget. That kind of thing. Have you always liked English, even when you were in junior high or high school?
I started studying English maybe when I was the 4th grade of elementary school. In Kumonshiki.
Okay.
And at the time, English study was mandatory after a junior high school. So I had an advantage when I entered a junior high school. So I feel like I'm good at English. So it's English. My impression in English is so good. Okay. I can keep studying English.
Right. So you studied earlier than the other students. You had like a head start. Early head start. So you were more confident on studying English, I think. When you started studying with the other students when you were in junior high school. I think that's a very good advantage. And I see that some students who have studied with Kumon, and they're more confident, and then their grammar is actually better than the other students when they start in junior high, of course. So I see. That's interesting. Yes. Okay. Other students I wanted to ask that I got from other students was, in the class, like we do 2-minute speech in the beginning of the lessons always. And then I usually give topics beforehand, and so they can prepare for the speeches. And then I'm running out of ideas of topics right now because it's been quite a while. But I try to come up with some interesting topics to talk about. But how do you usually prepare for the speech?
Okay. I don't make a paper script, but I prepare what I want to talk in my head.
Yeah.
And repeat it several times. Then I can remember it. It's the way I do always.
Yeah. I think that's a good way, actually. I think writing the full script is not really helpful because you might be just reading that.
Yes.
And then that's not really a good way to improve your presentation skills. So, yeah, just highlighting of the stuff that you want to mention, maybe writing down some keywords or in your head, I think, mentally prepared for the speeches. Yeah. Do you enjoy giving speeches?
Yes, I enjoy, especially when I can use a new word or new phrasal verb. It's good. I feel comfortable.
Yeah, I think so too. And also, like listening to other people making speeches, also very interesting that they use different words from you do, and you can learn from each other.
I'm stimulated
by
other people.
I can see that there are 7 students in class, and then so 7 speeches usually done in the beginning of the lesson, but whenever someone is making a speech, other students are taking notes. I can totally see that because they are learning from each other, which is such a great thing. I was just talking with another student earlier, and the student was interested in looking into your brain. And then kind of, I know it's impossible, but kind of like wondering how it works. I mean, like everyone is different, but the process that your brain does whenever you speak in English, or sometimes we do some training translating sentences back and forth in English to Japanese or Japanese to English, vice versa. But when it comes to speaking English, but I think it's difficult to answer that question, right? Like, do you know how your brain is working?
But as I said earlier, think in English and paying attention to S and V is maybe important thing. And before doing that, kind of just organize what you really want to speak in your head.
You've got to do it like in a second, right? I mean, like instantly.
It's difficult for me.
I think it's difficult for everyone. But I guess like people wonder about that, even though it's impossible to actually check inside English speakers, brain or whatever. Yes. Okay. So, what do you see yourself in the future? I mean, like, do you have any goals from now on? It doesn't have to be English related or anything.
But at the beginning of this semester, I set 2 goals. The first one is I want to enhance my response speed because it takes time for me to speak English. Speak what I want to speak in English. And the second goal is I want to use more phrasal verbs.
Right.
And these are still my goals. But at the same, moreover, these days I feel my listening skill is not so good.
Really?
Because, I sometimes it's difficult for me to catch. For example, it's difficult for me to distinguish between can and can't. But students in Rika's class are very good at listening.
Okay.
So I want to improve my listening skill.
Yes, I do remember you mentioning those 2 parts about like that as the goal of this semester. Like a quicker response, like enhance your response speed, and also the phrasal verbs. I do remember that. But I can see that you are really trying to use the new phrasal verbs whenever you talk. I think you do pay attention to that, I think.
I try to, yes.
That's very important. And phrasal verbs can be quite useful in daily conversation. So yeah, kind of like being making your talk more colorful in a way, and then it's more fun. When it comes to listening skills, I never really thought that you were struggling with that, but now that you mentioned about can or can't, I think that could be pretty difficult to catch.
Really difficult.
Yeah, because they sound almost the same. So you gotta kind of I think you have to kind of have a good imagination of the context, I think. And then just really think about what the speaker is trying to say from the tone of their voice. I think that could be, like I can't come to the party or I can come to the party. I mean, definitely I think that's a different tone to the voice. So it's not about the listening skill itself. Imagination in a way. あるかもしれないですね。Those subtle mistakes. Yeah, because like your class is the highest level class that I have. So I always like search for something challenging for my students so that they can learn something to take home. So I give like listening questions or listening, listening materials that I search are pretty advanced. So だからなんか優しすぎるといけないのでいつも結構難しいやつを探してやってるので
チャレンジしがいはありますね、すごく。
そうですよね。そうだから引っかかってもらった方が私的には学んでいただいてるっていう実感があまりにもなんかスルスルとやってもらうとこっちも困る。Sometimes don't know what to teach when it comes to the level with high level students. So, そうですよね。じゃあ次の目標としてはまだそれがあるってことですかね。新しい目標。
そうですね、リスニングのスキルを上げるっていうのは多分ずっと続くと思いますね。
ですよね。ある程度本当ですね。なんかその話題によってもね、またその聞けたりするっていうのが違ってくるし、really depends on。自分が得意な分野とかってやっぱ全然違ってきたりとかもしますよね。
ありますね。聞き取れない分野の話だと本当全然聞き取れなかったり。
そうですよね。
この間なんか木とか水生生物とかの話、あれが本当にちょっとやばかったですね。
そう多分ね、なんかね、ヘルシーフードとかの話だとすごい大丈夫だと思います。そうたまになんかああいうの入れるとなんかね全然なんかわからないですよ。単語レベルでも日本語でもわかんなかったりとかするので、そこら辺は
たまにああいうのがあった方がいいですね。
ですよね。刺激になるというか。じゃあよかった。そうですね。リスニングね。Okay. I know that we live in the world of uncertainty right now because of the pandemic and everything. And it's been pretty depressing and I've been struggling to find hope in my future or in everyday life. I know that there's not much we can do about it, so we feel kind of hopeless, and I'm sure that a lot of people are feeling the same way. So this is a question that I didn't give you beforehand, but how are youなんか how are you trying to kind of like being stable, I mean like emotionally?
But I got used to be in the current life, online work, telework or online English lessons.
Right.
And fortunately, I'm not so originally I don't frequently go out. Yes. So
this new lifestyle is actually good for you.
Yes,
it's comfortable for you.
It doesn't painful for me.
It's not very painful for you.
Yes. Of course, I want to go travel or meet with my friends, but not compared with other people. It's not painful for me.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's good that you told me before that you actually have been enjoying working from home.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one thing, I guess. そうね。Yeah, it's been going on for quite some time, so I'm just getting really tired of it now. So, yeah, but でもまあ仕方ないのかなと思いながらやってはいますけど、but yeah, you just gotta do what you can do every day, right? So, but once the pandemic is over and you're free to travel, you'd like to travel where?
If I have no money and time limitation, I want to go many various places, but such as as I get older, I came to like nature, and so I wanna go New Zealand or Canada or なんだろう、石垣島。
石垣島。
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe, okay, so loving the nature. I'm sure that you have traveled, like to Europe, so, to a lot of countries before, right?
Yes, it's just yes, some countries, yes.
Okay, but yeah, New Zealand, Canada, those places you have never been yet?
Yes.
No, or yes?
No,
you haven't yet.
Sorry. No, I haven't been
okay.
to
those countries. It's a tricky question, I know. Yeah, Canada is definitely. I mean, like I have lived in Canada for 1 year.
Yes,
So,
I know.
yeah, but I lived in the city, so in Toronto. So I think in the nature it would be kind of like, like Canadian Rocky or どこでしたっけ、あれはね、カルガリーとかあそこら辺ですよね。Yeah, very beautiful. I'd love to go back. New Zealand, I have never been, but seems like a really nice place. So,
Yes.
ね、早くトラベルしたいですね。したいですよね。そう、こんなことをね、皆さんから質問でいただいてたんですよ。
なるほど。
もうね、I have had some students on my podcast before, and then I have few left. So I'm glad that we were able to talk today. So, ずっと温めてたので、ちょっと哲也さんにも出ていただかないと。初めて男性じゃないかな。ポッドキャストで、生徒さんとしては。い
や、難しいですね。
なかなかね。
そうですね。
声だけになってしまうので、Yeah, usually on Zoom we can actually see each other, so なんかそんなに違和感ないんですけど、声だけになると声しか頼るものがないので、
そうなんですよね。
そう。でも多分いいきっかけにはなるんじゃないかなと思います。これ後でご自分で聞くのが面白いと思います。
ちょっとあんま聞きたくないですけど。
そう。保管生さんでもずっと聞かないで何週間も経った方がいらっしゃいました。Yeah, it's really weird hearing your own voice.
Yes.
Because it sounds completely different. So,
Yes.
そう。でも多分動画よりかはいいかもしれない。
確かに自分が映ってないからまだマシですね。
そうですね。OK。何か私に質問ありますか？ Have any questions for me? それ考えてないですよね。
ちょっと考えてなかったですね。
ですよね。でもまあ、Nobeokaも本当また来られることがあったら、You should come visit in the future ね。でも高千穂とか楽しんでましたよね。I remember.
何回か行きましたね。
ね、I remember you were so excited about the 高千穂 beef.
いいです。なごみ、レストランなごみ。
このが美味しかったってね。I'm sure that you have many places that you wanted to visit, but you couldn't when you were here. So, ね、また、来られたらいいかなと。
そうですね。
ぜひぜひ。Wow, it's been really fun talking to you. Thank you very much for your time on Saturday. So またこれをね、アップしますので、ぜひぜひ聞いていただいて、いろんな方のその英語学習者の方たちにも聞いてね、いろんなヒントになるかなと思うので、またぜひよろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
Okay, thank you so much. I will talk to you in the class maybe next week.
Okay,
have a good weekend. Have a good rest of the weekend. はい、OK。では失礼します。バイ。
バイ。
さて、哲也さんとのお話はいかがでしたか？おそらくこのポッドキャストを聞いていただいているのは英語学習者の方が大半だと思うので、共感していただくところも多かったのではないかなと思います。お話にもありましたが、哲也さんはもともと延岡市の私の教室の対面レッスンに通われていて、転勤が終わって東京に帰られたタイミングで私のレッスンがねオンラインに移行したので、そのまま東京からレッスンにご参加いただいています。なのでコロナのおかげと言ってはなんなんですけれども、オンラインレッスンになってまた日本各地の生徒さんたちと新たにクラスをスタートして、そろそろ1年が経とうとしています。Like we said, he started coming to my class in Nobeoka, Miyazaki about 2.5 years ago, and he then had to go back to Tokyo. And around that time, I switched my class to online, so he's been able to continue taking my classes, and I'm really grateful for that. And now we have other students in this class from different parts of Japan.I have to say that I was reluctant in the beginning about online lessons because they were all new to me, but I now can say that it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. So yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed the episode today. So until next time, bye for now.